Hi students, in this video we are going to discuss about the LTI system characterized by linear constant coefficient differential equation. Before solving problems, you need to understand the terms involved in it. So considered a system, okay, the input to the system is x of t and the output of the system is y of t. Here the system function is represented by h of t, which is the impulse response. Now this can be represented in time domain as well as in frequency domain. You know that we can apply any transform to represent in frequency domain. Either you will apply Fourier transform. So in this case it will become h of j ohm. In this case it will become y of j ohm. If you apply Laplace transform, this will become x of s and this will become h of s and this will become y of s. Okay, so here if you want to obtain the output y of t, how will you obtain this? X of t convolution h of t. Okay, so here if you want to obtain the output, we need to convolve x of t with h of t, and we know that there is a property, convolution property, that is convolution of the two signal in time domain is equal to the multiplication of the two signal in frequency domain. So using this property, what we can obtain is, we can obtain y of s is equal to x of s into h of s. Okay, so if we want to find h of s, what we will do is, it is nothing but the y of s by x of s. Okay, this is known as the transfer function of the system, Okay, so transfer function is the ratio of the output by the input. Okay, so here we will have h of t, right? So here how will have this h of, how you are have, we know that h of t is the impulse response of the system. Why we are naming it as impulse response is, when you apply x of t as an input to the system, that is x of t is del of t as an input to the system. So what is the Fourier transform of del of t? The Fourier transform of del of t is 1, right? So what will happen is, the output will here become 1. So here that is the output is equal, equivalent to the, when you apply input the impulse, the x of s become 1. So here your output is equal to h of s. Okay, so in this case what will happen is, when you take inverse Laplace transform, that is the output is equivalent to the impulse response of the system. That is, what is the meaning is, when you apply the impulse, that is, this is a impulse function, right? When you apply the impulse to the system, what you will obtain is, you will obtain the transfer function of the system, h of s. That's what we, from that we can analyze what is the functionality of the system. Okay, so at this case, the impulse response and the transfer function of the h of s constitute a transform pair. Therefore, the impulse response h of t and h of s constitute the transform pair. Okay, so just these are all the terms you need to know before solving this LTI system. And also another thing is, if we are giving, we will consider the input is impulse, so that the output y of s is equal to h of s. So then we are naming this inverse h of s is h of t is a impulse response. Okay, and if the input is your step, instead of that is del of t, you are having u of t. Okay, and what you will obtain? You will obtain the output y of s is equal to, we need to know what is u of t is 1 by s. So 1 by s into h of s. Okay, now this response is said to be a step response. Okay, this response is said to be a step response because we are applying input the step signal. If we are using ramp as an input, then the response obtained is the ramp response. So here in general we will use only the impulse response. So here this h of t is said to be the impulse response of the system. Now consider the system, consider the problem, find the frequency response of the following continuous time system. Okay, so here what you need to obtain is, here we need to obtain the frequency response of the system. Here the frequency response of the system, so the frequency response is nothing but here we are going to obtain h of j ohm. So here how will you obtain h of j ohm from this equation? So you need to apply, first the step is you need to apply Fourier transform, then you need to group output and input, then we have to obtain the transfer function, that is the transfer function h of j ohm, which is in this case here if you apply Fourier transform you will have in terms of j ohm, so it is said to be a frequency response. Now here consider this problem. So when I applying you have to write applying Fourier transform. So what you will get is 2 into, you know that d by dt x of t Fourier transform is x into x of j ohm. Okay, so here I am applying, sorry, here j ohm means you won't have yes, so j ohm into x of j ohm. So 2 into, when you apply this d by dt y of t, instead of x of t I am having y of t here, so what you will get is j ohm x of, that is y, instead of x I am having y of j ohm plus y of j ohm, which is equal to x of j ohm. Okay, so this is what the differentiation property in time domain. I am applying this property, I am getting this. So now take y of j ohm outside. So 2 of j ohm plus 1, which is equal to x of j ohm. So y of j ohm by x of j ohm is equal to 1 by 1 plus 2 into j ohm. So which is nothing but your h of j ohm. So this is what the frequency response. So the same problem I can apply using Laplace transform. I will explain how to do that. Now see the problem. Okay, so here what it is given, initial conditions are 0. Both are same problem. Here they have given initial conditions are 0. In this case, if you are having any system and the system is having some initial condition, for example considered a filter, okay, in the filter is constructed using R and C, right? So in that capacitor will have some initial charge. In that case, if we need to consider that initial charge, if we want to find out the functionality of the system, in that case we can use the Laplace transform. Okay, so the same concept here I am going to apply. So what is the thing, first you have to applying Laplace transform. So applying Laplace transform, so first you need to know what is d by dt. So we have discussed now that is what f dash of t is equal to s into f of s minus f of 0. Okay, so here f dash of t represent differentiation. So I am rewriting for this. So dy t by dt is equal to s into y of s minus y of 0. So this represent the initial conditions. Okay, now the initial condition is 0 in this case. So here I am going to apply 2 into, so instead of d by d of t, I am going to apply s into y of s minus y of 0 plus y of s, which is equal to x of s. So here initial condition is 0, which means y of 0 is equal to 0. So 2 into s into y of s plus y of s, which is equal to x of s. So here y of s is equal to 2s plus 1, which is equal to x of s, and y of s divided by x of s is equal to 1 by 2s plus 1, which is nothing but your h of s. So now this is what your transfer function, that is the transfer function we have obtained. Okay, so from this transfer function we can obtain the frequency response of the system by substituting s is equal to j ohm. Okay, now the same problem, if I want to find out the impulse response of the system. Okay, So impulse response, what is the impulse response? It is nothing but h of t. Just what I need to do is I need to take inverse Laplace transform to find out this. So inverse Laplace transform of h of s I need to find, which is nothing but your h of t. Okay, so inverse Laplace transform of 1 by 2s plus 1. I am not having any formula like this, right? I am having only the formula for exponential. Okay, what is the formula I am having for the exponential? Here, so now see the formula for the exponential is what you are having, s plus a you are having, but here you are having 2s plus 1. So what I am going to do is I am going to just rewrite this, which is equal to Laplace inverse Laplace transform of, here I am going to take 1 by 2 outside, so 1 by 2, so s plus 1 by 2 I can write like this. So when you take inverse Laplace transform of this, we know that is Laplace transform of e power minus at is 1 by s plus a. Okay, so applying this, what I will get is 1 by 2 into e power minus 1 by 2t. Okay, so now this is the impulse response of the system. So this is the functionality of the system. Okay, so this is the transfer function and this is the impulse response. So the same problem I did it in two forms. What they have given in extra value, they have given the initial conditions are 0. That is thing. If instead of initial conditions are 0, they have not mentioned anything about initial condition, you can directly go either with the Fourier transform or Laplace transform. Okay, if initial conditions are with some values, so suppose they have given that is the initial condition f dash, that is f of 0 is equal to some value, like that they have 1, like that they have given. In this case initial conditions is 0, so I have written. So in that case we have to use the Laplace transform. Understood? So this is the procedure to do with either a Laplace transform or a Fourier transform. Now consider this problem. What you need to do is we need to find out the output of the LTI system, that is we need to find y of t by simplifying this differential equation. So here what is the first step is you are going to apply Laplace transform. So applying Laplace transform for this equation, so here we know that d power 2 y of t by dt is equal to, what is the formula we have seen here? So this one, right? So what you will have here, you will have s square f that is y of s minus s y of 0 minus y dash of 0. So this is the formula you are having for d that is d square of t, but here they have given it is a 0 initial condition, so this 2 will get cancelled. So here what you will get when applying Laplace transform is s square into y of s plus 4 into y, that is if you for dy t by dt is s into y of s minus y of 0, right? Here also the initial condition is cancelled, so 4s y of s plus 4 y of s. Y of t Laplace transform is y of s, so which is equal to del of t Laplace transform is 1 plus 2 into u of t. 2 by u of t Laplace transform is s. So I will write here Laplace transform of del of t is 1, u of t is 1 by s. Okay, now here when I take y of s, so what I will get is s square plus 4s plus 4. This is the thing I will get it when you take y of s outside plus 1 by 2 by s. Okay, so this can be written as s plus 2 by s. Okay, therefore here y of s is equal to s plus 2 divided by s into, bring it to the denominator, s square plus 4s plus 4. So this is what your y of s, but they ask you to find y of t. So how will you find y of t? By taking inverse Laplace transform, you will get y of t. Okay, so inverse Laplace transform of s plus 2 divided by s into s square plus 4s plus 4. So directly I may not able to apply the Laplace transform for this. So because here I am having two functions, so I need to simplify it. First I will take this function s plus 2 by s into, this can be written as a square plus 2ab plus b square, so s plus 2 the whole square. So here this term will get cancelled, so 1 by s into s plus 2. Okay, so see, you know that in Laplace transform, if you are having two product, right, so we may not able to apply the Laplace transform directly, so you have to apply partial fraction. So for this the partial fraction is a by s plus b by s plus 2. Okay, so here 1 is equal to a into s plus 2 plus b into s. So first we need to find out the partial fraction. By applying partial fraction value, we need to find out the value for a and b. So when you first apply, I will do here, when you apply s is equal to 0, what you will get, a equal to 1 by 2, right, 0 0, a 2a is equal to 1, so a equal to 1 by 2. Next when you apply s is equal to minus 2, so this will become 0, so b will become minus 1 by 2. Okay, so this can be written as a is 1 by 2 by s minus 1 by 2 by s plus 2. Okay, now take a inverse Laplace transform for this. So this, for this y of t is equal to 1 by 2. What is the 1 by s? The inverse Laplace transform is u of t, right, minus 1 by 2 s plus a, so e power minus 2t. Okay, so this is what the Laplace transform for this. Okay, Laplace transform for this. So finally you will have y of t is equal to 1 by 2 u of t minus 1 by 2 e power minus 2t. Okay, so here normally, okay, you just understand this. I will explain another property, and I will tell why we are using u of t in addition to this term. Okay, so now see this function u of t Laplace transform is 1 by s, u of t e power minus at Laplace transform is 1 by s plus a. So what is the meaning is, wherever you are having a s, if you have exponential in this time domain, so you need to replace that with s plus a, so that corresponding value. The same concept I am going to apply is, already the value is u of y of t is equal to 1 by t u of t minus 1 by 2 e power minus 2t, right. So this is the answer. So here this can also be written as minus 1 by 2 e power minus 2t into u of t, because I am using this formula. Okay, so here 1 by 2 u of t minus 1 by 2 e power minus 2t into u of t. So writing this way is also correct. Okay, so in mostly in all your textbooks they have written using this only, because here we will use either a unit step function as an input or an impulse. So for delay purpose, what you will use is, we will use an exponential, that is exponential signal. Okay, so hope you have understand this concept. So I will solve few more problems, and I will post it in your Google Classroom. Thank you.